Today, I'm showing you guys the easiest way to do a glueless wig install. So I know you guys have seen so many glueless wig videos, and this will be another one, but I'm going to show you step by step how to get a flawless, natural looking install. So this is the wig. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the company's name because I do not want to mess it up, but it is a 6x4 HD lace closure wig, 180% density, 24 inches, and it is in a kinky straight Yaki like texture. It comes pre-plucked, pre-bleached, and pre-cut. I always mess up and get tongue twisted right there. So the wig comes ready to wear pretty much. I like to start off with a wig cap that is close to my skin tone or darker than my skin tone. If you're not trying to do the ball cap method, this looks a lot better, in my opinion. And I'm tinting my lace with the Kiss lace tint spray in the shade medium dark brown. This is the perfect color for my complexion, and you don't want to overdo the lace tint. You can do tint or you can do makeup. Ruby Kiss is a good example, good product, but you don't want to overdo the makeup because you don't want your lace to be too dark. You can always go back in and add more, but you cannot take it off for real unless you wash your wig, and nobody wants to do that. So this wig did not come with any combs on the inside. It only came with the adjustable band. So I did go in with some bobby pins that I had and just lay my wig down on the sides. My head is like medium big, but not super big. So I just felt like the wig wasn't as secure as it would be if I had some clips in there. So that is why I did that. That's totally optional. If you have clips, then use your clips. So as you can see, the lace had a little bit of a white cast, so I did go in with some makeup, actually some lace tint, excuse me, the same lace tint that I sprayed on there, and I sprayed it on my makeup brush. That's where I'm getting confused at. I sprayed it on my makeup brush, and then I just applied it to the lace to have it a little bit more seamless. This step is totally optional. If you want to go completely glueless, you don't have to do this. Honestly, the wig still came up regardless of using this. I did not use a lot. This is the Even Spritz spray, so the melting spray. You can use any spritz or light hairspray, and I took a makeup brush and I just dabbed it onto the lace to get rid of the white cast. A lot of times spritz or some type of hairspray will get rid of that on top of the makeup, so I just like to try that before I add anything else because I don't want my lace to be too dark. And after we've done that, we're going in with our wax stick. This is some kinky straight hair, so I'm trying to make sure that everything is going to be slick. We are going to be doing a silk press in this video. So before I get into the flat iron or any styling of the wig, I like to hot comb my roots on the wig so it's nice and flat. I'm going in with my hot comb. This is from Amazon. Every product that I have used in this video will be listed on my storefront under Wig Essentials if you guys want to find the same products that I use. But this hot comb goes all the way up to 500 degrees, but I only keep it on 395. I noticed that if you go beyond that, your hot comb starts to smell burnt, and I don't like that smell. So I keep it on 395. That's the perfect temperature. But everywhere that I put the wax stick in the front of the hairline and on the part, is where I'm going in. So if you want to make sure that your wig is super flat, you're going to want to make sure that you are parting that closure or the frontal in sections. So we're working with a closure today, so we're working in sections on the closure. So I just do small sections, about an inch or half an inch in size, and I put the wax stick on and then go over it with my hot comb just to make sure everything is laying as flat as possible. If you want it to look like you just left the salon, this step is necessary. Do not skip this step, okay? With glueless wigs, of course, they come ready to wear in the box, and you could just slap this on, but realistically, if you had your hair done at the salon, you wouldn't just wake up and not do your hair or touch it up at all. So I consider this like touching up. You just need to touch up your wig, your glueless wigs. Even if they come ready, these steps are meant and needed so your wig can look as seamless and as neat as possible. So I am going to section both sides and go ahead and just continue to repeat the same process all the way across my closure before I get into the actual flat ironing of this wig. So we've gone through the steps of putting on our wig cap getting our wig in place, and then putting the lace tint or makeup on before we got ready to start styling this wig. And that is literally all you have to do. I have not added anything extra, plugged anything extra, or did anything to this unit to make it look how it is. So literally this is as easy as it gets. You do not have to do a whole bunch of steps for these wigs, okay? So the next step is optional, but this is what I like to do for making my hairline look a little bit cleaner. I love this Tresemme Extra Hold Spray. It's lightweight, it doesn't get crunchy, and I'm spraying it on my edge brush and just brushing that into the hairline right on the front, and then also on the top part where the part is, so it can just look a little bit cleaner. Like I said, it's optional, but I feel like it looks more natural this way. And then after I do that, I'm going ahead and concealing the part. So concealing the part just makes it look more natural, especially on lighter wigs. I know I've said natural about 15 times, but you don't want your part to look dark. So on a lot of wigs, the part does not actually stick out and it's not as noticeable. So we're going in with the concealer to make it more noticeable, and also to cover up those grids, to kind of camouflage the grids on the lace. So I'm going in with the same concealer that I use for my makeup, with an angled brush, the same brush that you can use for your eyebrows, or just a small brush, and then I put it in the parting space. On lighter hair, you may have to go up in shade because it's really hard to see. And then I take my comb and just rub that in to get rid of it. You can use another brush and just blur it in, or your finger or whatever, but I just don't like that crisp line. I want it to look not so perfect. You know, nobody's hairline is perfect, nobody's part is perfect, so I want it to look a little bit imperfect. Before we get into the flat ironing, I've been liking to use my Paul Mitchell silk serum. I actually bought this for my real hair, and that's what I've been using for my wigs. I bought the mini size just to try it out and see if I like it, and I actually have liked it. I only used that little bit that you guys saw me use, like a dime size amount on both sides, and that was completely enough, okay? So this is how I get my wigs nice and silky, and I do the same steps for if the wig was body wave or just a straight wig. It doesn't matter that it's kinky straight, except for the fact that I'm doing smaller sections on the wig. So you want to make sure you're not using a super big section, and flat ironing the hair so you can get it as straight as possible. I'm using my Babyliss flat iron, and this is the ceramic one. This is not the titanium one, I don't think, or it might be titanium plated. Not for sure, but double check me on my Amazon storefront. The details will be there. But this is not the most expensive one. It's not the blue one. This one is a little bit cheaper, but it does get high. It goes up to 450 degrees, and I did flat iron it on the max heat setting. And just take your time, small sections, and take your time. You're not in a rush. So I like to run my flat iron down nice and slowly, making sure that I'm getting all the parts, and I'm going down because I'm only doing one pass. I'm not going over it more than once at all. So I do take my comb and chase it. That part is optional. If you don't have the ability to multitask, then just totally skip that part. It's really not needed, but it helps, to me, in my opinion. So yeah, I just continued this all across my head. It did take a good 30 minutes, I would say, to make sure the wig was nice and silky, because this hair is already having some type of texture to it. And I went over the roots 2 times before I went all the way down the hair strand. The only con I would say to this wig is that the ends of the hair were a little bit on the sparse side, so I did end up cutting the ends in a nice little blunt cut. I just cut that part out because it wasn't all the way in frame, but I did go ahead and blunt cut those ends. If you have straight hair, I would say do not skip that step. Go ahead and do that step. It's almost like getting a silk press and getting your ends trimmed. It's just something that makes the wig look fuller, and it just looks a lot neater at the end of the day. So I would go ahead and do that once you finish flat ironing everything. I did not do layers or anything at all. This is just exactly how the wig came and exactly how it looked when I was done. That's all the steps that I did to achieve this entire hairstyle. The wig is on the fuller side. I feel like it's plenty of hair, and I didn't do any edges because I wanted it to have that natural look. Like I just got a silk press and it was my real hair. Okay, even though it's like Beyonce color, if this was black, it would definitely give silk press real hair. Okay, so keep on watching the video to see the end result of the hairstyle, and leave me some comments down below on what type of videos you guys would like to see, or any tutorials that you guys have that you guys would like to see. Make sure to follow me on my social media, because you know, if you know, you know, I post on my Instagram and my TikTok short form video content of these YouTube videos, or sometimes I have TikTok videos of wigs that I don't even post on YouTube. So make sure to go follow me over there, and I'll see y'all at the end of the video.